Hello, welcome to TechPoint Fundamentals YouTube channel. First of all, Happy New Year to all of you. A lot of my friends have requested to make videos on a SQL server along with the C# videos. So in this new year, I have planned for making videos on SQL as well. So today's I will explain you what is inner join and how we can use inner join to retrieve data from one or more than one table using inner join. So before continuing this video, you are requested to please subscribe my YouTube channel if you have not subscribed till now. So let's start the video for today. What is inner joining? Inner join is basically used to retrieve data from uh, one or more than one table. In this inner join, only the matching records from both the table are retrieved. If there is non-matching record in any of the table, then that record will be discarded. So let's see the practical example for this. Here I have created a simple table, that is user table, and there is one more table as well, that is the role table, where uh, there is the master data for user role, and there is a third table, that is user role table. This table is basically a junction table, yeah, you can say that is a mapping table where I have mapped the user with the role, right? So here if you see, in this user table there are 8 users, right, with fields name, email id and mobile number. And there is a role table. If you see, there are 5 roles: super admin, admin, manager, director and anonymous. And the third table, that is the junction table or mapping table, you can say, there are 5 entries for the 5 users mapped with different roles, right? Then what we have to do, we have to retrieve the user details with the role. What is the role of the particular user? For retrieving this information, we can make use of inner join. Okay, so let's make the inner join. For that, let's write the query. First of all, we have to make select, for example, I want to retrieve all the columns from all the tables, so select asterisk, then from the table name from where we want to retrieve the data. The first table, you can say the user table, right? Here I have to use the user table as a first table, and we have to give an alias for this, for example u. And you have to, now the first table is there and you have to use inner join, right? And then you have to select the table, that is user role. You can give the alias name for this, like UR. And you have to put this on clause here, and you have to provide the condition on which you want to retrieve the data. U.Id, basically the user id from the user table, and equals to UR, that is user role table, and we want to map this on this user id. And now if you run this query, then you can see I have got the data from this. If you see this name, email id and mobile number, this record is coming from this user table, and this id, user id and role id is coming from this user role table, right? But we have not got this user role name, right? Because if you see, I am just getting the role name. So what we have to do, I have to make an other join, inner join, that will retrieve the name from this role table, because I have this role id, and with this role id I can get the role name from the role table. So let's make one more join, inner join, and this case, in this time you have to make join on role table, right? And provide the condition for that. In that case, I have UR.RoleId, right? And this will be equal to, let's make alias for this role as well, and R.Id, right? Now if you select this query, you got the name, email id, mobile number, and also this role name, right? So if you see in this record, we are getting a lot of these key, primary keys, and foreign key information here. If you see, because I have marked asterisk symbol here, if you are putting this asterisk symbol, it means it will retrieve all the columns from all the tables which are used in this join. So if you see here, there are three tables. First one is user, second one is user role, and the third one is role. So if you see id, name, email id, and mobile number, these columns are from user table, and this id, user id, role name, these three columns are from this user role table, and these id and name are from role table. Now what I want to just display only the required field, not all. In that case, you have to use that particular name of that column. So uh, for example, you want to use name, right? And if you, and email. Now there is one tricky part is here. If you see, and for example, mobile number, right? And name. Now the interesting thing is that there are two columns with the same name, right? If you see, it is providing me the error, ambiguous column name, right? But this is not for this mobile number, because this is unique, and this is only in the user table. So for this email id and mobile number, you are not getting any warning or error, right? But in this case, this name field and this name field, this name field is present in both the table, in this role table and user table. So you have to provide the alias also with this column name, that from which table you want to retrieve the data. So for this user table, I have provided the alias user u. So you can put u dot name. So I want this name from user table, and this name from role table, right? So you have to provide this r dot name. So you can get these fields, right? Now if you run this query, you got name, email id, mobile number, and name field, right? This is the data which we want to retrieve. So Alex is super admin, Thomas is admin, Sam is manager, and Peter is director, and Luis is anonymous user, right? So if you see in this result, there is an interesting thing, right? From this table, if you see, in user table there are 8 users, right? But in this record you are getting only 5. Where are the 3 other users? Here, right? So in this, because we are making inner join here, and the inner join retrieves only those records which have mapping matching record in the second table. So in the mapping table, if you see, there are only 5 entries. In this user role table there are only 5 entries, so we have made join on this user role table, that is in this table. So there are only 5 matching record from this user and user role, and similarly from this user role and role table. That's why we are getting only 5 records, not all 8 records from this user table, right? So if we are making inner join, then it only retrieve the matching record from the both table or all the table. If you want to retrieve all non-matching records as well from left or right, then we will use outer join. I will create separate video for this in uh, coming in my upcoming videos. So for now, just remember that if you are using any inner join, that it will only retrieve the matching records from both the table, right? For example, in this example you can see we are getting only the matching record. So one more thing, this is the default join. Inner join is the default join, and if you remove this keyword inner from this, then you will still get the same result, because this default join is inner join for this. So you can either use full name like inner join or just join, it will return the inner join result. So let's take one more example for this, and I will provide this query in my comment box, so you can get this query on handy. And I have one more table here. There is state table and city table. In this state we have all the states of India, and this city we have the cities of each and every state. So let's quickly select the select asterisk from state, right? And if you run this, if you see, there are all states here, and in the second table, that is cities, in this table I have city's name with this city code and state ID, and this state ID is from this state table. So what I want to retrieve all the states and the cities in that particular state. So we can make inner join for that. So let's write the query select asterisk from state, that is a first table, given alias s, and now I have to make join on city. Provide the condition where c dot, or you can say s dot id equals to c dot state id. And now from this table I want from state, that state id, state name, and from city table I want name, that is city name. And let's run the query. If you see Andhra Pradesh, there are a lot of cities, and Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, you are getting multiple rows for a single state, because there are multiple cities in a single state. So this is one to many relationship here. So you are getting the duplicate records from this left table, that is state, because for this state there are multiple cities in this table. That's why you are getting multiple times this state name, and along with that the city's name. So I have mentioned that the inner join retrieves the matching record for each and every records, right, in each and every rows. So for this one state there are multiple mapping for the cities, that's why you are getting multiple records. So this is the inner join I have taken to a simple example for this. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you have any doubt, please do comment, and I will respond to you for any queries. And thanks for watching this video. Thank you very much.